just arrived in Iceland, and I'm driving south from Reykjavik towards Strandakirkja, which may be an unusual choice as a first subject here, but there's absolutely hurricane winds blowing off Vic, which was my first option. So I really don't think I've taken the right road. It's a little bit like the Gabbaton Low back in Ireland, except it's blizzard conditions. So I'm just taking it very easy here, and hopefully I'll see the end of this road before long. Well, it's an absolutely glorious morning here on the south coast of Iceland, and I'm here, and I'd be thrilled if you'd follow this video, and I may make one or two on this 5-day trip along the south coast. So I've started here in the Reykjanes Peninsula. So as you can see there, it's a very simple shot, portrait mode, and the stone wall that surrounds the church is just in that little shallow V, the church sitting in the middle, and a beautiful sky sitting up above it. Well, I'm not 200 yards down the road from the Strandakirkja when I've been drawn to yet another building, and yet it's the great landscapes in the south coast of Iceland that I've come here for. So if I don't stop stopping at these places, I'll never get there. But nonetheless, I saw just a tiny ruin by the side of the road. I pulled over and I've taken a number of shots. Just seeing the video screen there, that image alone now, that does it for me. It's just beautiful, that cerulean blue sky, the faded yellow of a derelict building, and I'll just turn it around now. And actually, I think I'm going to take that shot that I've just shown you in the video there. So there's a tip on composition. Just keep looking at different angles, and eventually it'll come right, you know, but it does require time. It's certainly, I certainly need time to spend at different locations. And it's one thing on this trip, this is my third visit to Iceland, and I've promised myself that I would not rush from location to location, that I'd slow down, take my time, and stop whenever I think a composition might be in the offing. So there it is. Hopefully the next time we'll pick up on this video, it'll be in the beautiful valley and waterfall of Kvernufos. Bright sunny afternoon here at Kvernufos waterfall, which is the lesser known brother or sister of Strandakirkja around the corner. The conditions aren't ideal. I'd like a little bit of cloud, dark cloud preferably, in the sky above the fall there. And I haven't walked as far as the fall itself. There's a little mount in the valley as you walk in, and it's a lovely viewpoint. I've tried a number of lenses here, wide angle lens, a 50mm and a 135mm, and to be honest I prefer the 135mm, and it kind of catches a type of an arc under the actual waterfalls of the rock, and the rock works quite well, and the composition with the waterfall on the right hand third, I'm quite happy with that now, you know, as happy as you could be with that light. As you can see, it's blinding my face at the moment. So I'm going to continue out east and see where the day takes me, probably onto Vic, and maybe further on. We'll see how the light and the L legs are feeling towards the end of the day. Tell you what, Kvernufos, the light was uninspiring, the place wasn't, but I'm coming into Vic now, about 15 minutes away, and look at that could light up. Well, I've moved on now from Kvernufos, and it's about a 30-minute drive here to just before Vic. This is the Darholy lower viewpoint, and the light has just been absolutely magnificent in the past 15 to 20 minutes. The sun is about to set in about an hour's time, and I may run around as such. I think it's a 20-minute drive as such, around to the other side of the stacks. So you'll see the main sea stack here in the bay below me, and then the famed sea stacks of Vic are in the distance behind that. I started shooting with a 135mm lens, and just capturing the sea stacks and the movement of the waves. And then I switched to the wide angle, and this site is made for a big wide angle lens. Get it out to 14mm, and you're just touching the rocks on either side of the actual bay. Now I started taking just standard shots at about half a second or so. But once I put the little stopper on, that 6th stop with just a 1.5 stop soft grad, just to bring the sky down a little bit. Once I did that, my God, the waves just came in curves, and I'll put one of those photographs up there for you to see. But absolutely delighted with the images that I'm getting here in the late afternoon light. From every few minutes or so, the sea stack here is being lit up. But the sea here is immense. The sound of it is just fantastic, you know, and it's just exhilarating to stand on the cliff edge here and just to be part of this magnificent landscape. I was here before. I'd forgotten just how grand the whole scene is, how large those stacks are at Vic. And I'm just thrilled to be back here now. So this is towards the end of day one, and I'm ending on a high, and I'm not even concerned about sunset shots. And if I get the sea stacks from the other side, I'm just delighted with what I got here. So there it is. You know, day one is looking good. You know. I'm not going to put the mic on. I need to keep an eye on the waves here behind me. So I've made it around to the Vic side. So this is Vic Beach, and it's the closest car park to the actual sea stacks here. And it's magnificent, okay? It's the only way to describe it. There was a little tint of orange in the sky from the sun setting, but it's gone behind the headland there. So I really didn't get much colour, if any colour at all. You don't need colour for this location. It's the black sand, grey, moody, and I've been shooting again with that 6-stopper. You know, I'm glad I picked up a 6-stopper before I came. I smashed mine, my original one earlier in the year up in the Pillar Gates above Roundwood. So I just got this before I came along, and it's proving very handy. You'll notice how ridiculous my camera looks up there. I have it up on stilts, and that's simply to enable me to get more of the black beach in and more of the sea in, because some of the initial images were quite flat. And it's working really nice for me now. I'll just take one more image. I just have the 3-second delay timer on there, and I think it's about a 20-second or so, 25-second exposure, and those long exposures are looking very well. I might have to run. No, I'm good. I just need to keep an eye on the sea, because the last time I was on this beach, it was a calm day, and I was a good distance from the sea as I am now, about 15-20 yards, and it really caught me out. It's a very, very dangerous beach, and I'm sure you can hear the noise there. So I'll just show you in the back of the camera the types of images that I'm getting here. So there we go. It really is nice. The cloud is fantastic. The black, the white, the little bit of the headland to the right. I'm sure I'll be able to retrieve some of the detail in there, but to be honest, I might leave it quite dark. I'm going to pack up for the evening. I have my camper van with me here in Iceland. I need to find somewhere to stay. I'll be heading further east tomorrow, or I might actually head further east this evening. It looks like there's a big weather system moving in here. I need to look up the weather forecast and plan for tomorrow. So there it is. I think I'll wrap up this video as day one, and there's another 3 days to go after this. So I'll try to do one video per day if my energy keeps up. So there it is, and thanks very much for watching the channel. So cheers.